Hello class, welcome to Tal Tutorials. Today we will be discussing the second part of the physics, first chapter 4, and we will be solely contributing on equilibrium, center of gravity and uniform circular motion. So basically what is equilibrium? See, when a number of force acts on a body and produces no change in its state of rest or of motion, the body is said to be in equilibrium. Or you can also say the resultant of all force is equal to 0, or the algebraic sum of moment of a fixed point is equal to 0. Then the body is said to be in equilibrium. So there are two types of equilibrium. First is static equilibrium, second dynamic equilibrium. What is static equilibrium? When a body remains in the state of rest under the influence of applied force, the body is said to be in static equilibrium. For example, a book lying on a table is a static equilibrium. Now, what is dynamic equilibrium? See, when a body remains in the same state of motion, either it is transitional or rotational, and whenever a force is applied, the body is said to be in a dynamic equilibrium. For example, a rain drop reaches the earth with a constant velocity. That is an example of dynamic equilibrium. What are the two conditions for equilibrium? First, the resultant of all force acting on the body should be equal to 0. And second thing, the resultant moment of all the force acting about the point of rotation or the algebraic value should always be 0. These two are very important for equilibrium to happen. Now, what is the principle of moments? See, according to principle of moments, if the algebraic sum of moment of all the forces acting on a body about the axis of rotation is 0, the body is in equilibrium. Or we can say, according to principle of moment in equilibrium, sum of anti-clockwise moment is always equal to sum of clockwise moment. Now, here we will be verifying the principle of moment. Let us see this diagram. See, a meter rule is horizontally from a fixed support by a mean of very strong thread shown at A. Now, we suspend two spring balance. One will be W1 which is at A and W2 which is at B. We have to adjust the distance of the two spring balance from the support by keeping one at A and another at B in such a way that the scale again becomes horizontal. See, now how to prove? Let the weight suspended on the right thread from the spring balance at A be W1 as I shown you before, and we can also write OA this distance as L1 and here as L2. So I told you that according to principle of moment, sum of anti-clockwise moment is equal to sum of clockwise moment. What is clockwise moment? Clockwise moment is W into L1 as shown here, and anti-clockwise moment is W2 into L2 as shown here. So in equilibrium, when the scale is horizontal, it is found clockwise moment is always equal to anti-clockwise moment, that is W1 into L1 is equal to W2 into L2. This verifies the principle of moment. Now, what is center of gravity? See, center of gravity is the point about which the algebraic sum of moment of weight of particles constituting a body is always 0, and the entire weight of the body is considered to act at this point. The center of gravity of a body is the point in which the algebraic sum of moment of weight of all the part constituting of the body is 0. The entire weight of the body can be considered to act at a point however the body is placed. For example, a rod's position for the center of gravity will be midpoint of the rod. A solid cone will be its height of the cone. For a circular ring, the position of the center of gravity will be a center of the ring. See, the position of the center of gravity of a given mass depends on its shape, that is, on the distribution of the mass in it. For example, the center of gravity of a uniform wire is at its midpoint, but if the wire is bent into the form of circle, its center of gravity will then center of circle. As I already given you some example, like for circular ring it should be center of ring, for circular disc it should be geometric center, for parallelogram or rectangle lamina it should be point of intersection of the diagonals. So center of gravity, the position of the center of given mass depend on the shape, however it is. See, the two examples both are wire, but if it is bent, its center of gravity changes from midpoint to center of circle. For stable equilibrium, the center of gravity must be as low as possible. It must be above the base and near the geometrical center of the body. Now, class will be coming to the last topic for this PPT. See, what is when the particle moves with a constant speed in a circular path, its motion is said to be uniform circular motion. For example, a revolution of the earth around a sun is an example of uniform circular motion. There are two forces which are acting on it. First is centripetal force, second is centrifugal force. Force acting on a body inside the circular motion, which is in the circular motion, is known as centripetal force. It is always acting towards the center of the circular path. And just the opposite of it, meaning it is exerting a force to liberate a body from its rotating path or from outside the circle or from the outside of the earth is known as centrifugal force. The best example for this two will be a go-merry-round experiment. Class, in the next time I will be discussing some numericals in this chapter. Bye bye for today. Bye. Good night.